transparent.
Costume designer Marie Schley is more transitioned to Mara. Her wardrobe was a centerpiece of her story. In her 60s, it is important for Mara to look the same way on the outside as she feels on the inside. She's waited a long time for this. Schley wanted to honor Mara and drew from Jeffrey Tambor's own ideas about the character's style. We talked about Joni Mitchell and Mama Cass. Also, Mara's not just a transgender person. She has many other elements to her life. She comes from a liberal intellectual background. She's a professor. We always thought she'd be well-traveled, and she probably went on sabbatical and gathered items from around the world, Schley said.
Jane the Virgin.
Costume designer Rachel Sage Cunin. Now that the baby is here, Jane can't wear those dangling earrings and tiny necklaces. But Sage Cunin doesn't expect Mama Jane to be shabby. She'll still have style, it'll just be more practical and less of a choke hazard. More Jane the Virgin, ranking the best seasons of Jane the Virgin, 54 of 241. The greatest TV shows for women, 42 of 342. The best female-led TV shows.
Peaky Blinders.
Costume designers Stephanie Colley, Lorna Mayer Mugen, and Alexandra Caulfield. More Peaky Blinders, the fascinating true story that inspired BBC. Peaky Blinders, one of 33 the best current TV shows no one is watching. 34 of 129 the best shows currently on the air.
Arrow.
Costume designers Maya Manny, Colleen Atwood. More Arrow, the 20 biggest Arrow TV and comic book differences. 81 of 299 the best sci-fi television series of all time. 24 of 70 the best crime-fighting duo TV series.
Scandal.
Costume designer Lynn Paolo. More Scandal, 27 Scandal facts you never knew. 34 of 241 the greatest TV shows for women. 334 of 389 TV shows that only smart people appreciate.
Gotham.
Costume designer Lisa Padovani. Because time is slippery in Gotham, creator Bruno Heller gave Padovani a challenge. It's yesterday, it's today, and it's tomorrow all at the same time, Hellers says. No problem. Or at least Padovani makes it look seamless. Even though it's not a period piece per se. It's a concept piece, so everything is very particular, she says. Padovani and the team create most of the costumes in-house, and with such a particular order, it makes sense. Or Gotham. 15 reasons Commissioner Gordon is terrible at his job. The best characters on Gotham. 60 of 339 the best TV shows of the last 20 years.
Empire.
Costume designers Rita McGee, Paolo Nidu. McGee's Season 1 work alongside Nidu was exceptional, and Nidu took Empire to another level in Season 2. Nidu looked to high-end designs to make the musical Warring Family jump right off the screen. More Empire. The best Empire characters, ranked 216 of 395 the greatest TV dramas of all time. 23 of 49 the trashiest TV shows you can't help loving.
Fargo.
Costume designer Carol Case. Carol Case is not just picking out coats for the frozen Midwest. Her work is an essential part of putting the right colors and shapes against a blinding white background and making characters pop. In Season 1, her 2006 Bimiji, and then palette was understated yet funky, almost feeling like the 80s and 90s at times. In Season 2, the story is set in 1979 in Leuven, MN and Sioux Falls, SD, and Case brought a touch of reality. These are not the cool vintage looks designers bring back around now and again. Materials look itchy, practical, and wrap around characters in some pretty shady and grisly business, don't you know? More Fargo, all of the clever Easter eggs hiding in Fargo, the TV series, all the Coen brothers movie references, in the Fargo series 36 of 95, the best trendy TV series. The Flash. Costume designers Maya Manny, Colleen Atwood. Manny and Atwood are the designers behind Arrow and The Flash, and Manny likes to evolve the suits with the characters. Season 2 saw the Flash's crest change to white, truer to the comic. Manny strives to design somewhere between the comic and the screen. Look at the iconic comic book character, and then what I try and do is extrapolate from that and bring it into a more grounded universe. Or The Flash 20 ways. CW. The Flash is different from comics. The best characters on The Flash. 15 of 74 sci-fi shows you should be watching now.
The Americans.
Costume designer Jenny During Moore. The Americans, ranking the best seasons of The Americans. 92 of 241 the greatest TV shows for women. 106 of 389 TV shows that only smart people appreciate.
The Crown.
Costume designers Michelle Clapton and Timothy Everest. Season 1, Jane Petrie. Season 2, you would expect the costumes to be sumptuous in the Netflix series The Crown. The characters are British royalty after all. But the setting also informs the gorgeous outfits. The series moves through the years, and the characters' wardrobes change too. That's not to mention the work that goes into recreating the actual outfits worn by the real-life royals. Sometimes in The Crown, you get a line on a page that seems like nothing and you start and think, hang on a minute, that's a really famous photograph. There's no cheating here. We're going to have to make all that Petrie said. That doesn't mean she can't make adjustments, though for instance, she gave some of Jackie Kennedy's looks a more dramatic twist. Or the Crown Princess Alice of Battenberg's real life was even more dramatic than what you saw on The Crown. 24 of 129, the best shows currently on the air. 11 of 93, the best current dramatic TV shows.
Once Upon a Time.
Costume designer Eduardo Castro Moore. Once Upon a Time, the best Once Upon a Time characters. The best seasons of Once Upon a Time. 9 of 59, the best teen sci-fi and fantasy TV series.
Outlander.
Costume designers Terry Dressbach, Glenn Campbell. Outlander showrunner Ron Moore is a lucky man. His wife is the talented costume designer Terry Dressbach, and what she's done on the series is nothing short of amazing. She captures 18th century Scotland, as well as Season 3's France. Dressbach is known for every last detail, including the correct color of the tartan and British Army coats. Dressbach and her team are creating Claire and Jamie's world from scratch in intricate detail from two different eras. It was definitely a labor of love, heavy on the labor. The biggest shock upon arriving in Scotland and starting this show 7 weeks before shooting was that we weren't going to be able to do much in the way of rental, and that we were going to have to build hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of costumes, not just the principal cast, but all of our extras. I don't even know if I have a count of how many costumes we've built. But the majority of those extras are costumes that we made. Dressbox said. More Outlander 58 of 74 sci-fi shows you should be watching now. 3 of 33 the best current TV shows no one is watching. 4 of 129 the best shows currently on the air.
The Walking Dead.
Costume designer Yulin Womble. Costumes don't always have to be over the top to stand out. Sometimes it's the subtle touches that make characters more vivid on screen. Womble has a decidedly understated touch with the characters on The Walking Dead. Each has their own trademark style, and Womble enjoys evolving and tweaking things each season.
Game of Thrones.
Costume designer Michelle Clapton. Clapton's work on the show ended at the beginning of season 6, but she'd already made TV history with her Emmy-winning designs for Game of Thrones. Clapton had the formidable task of representing each region of George R. Martin's world. Cersei Lannister's palette reflects the golden theme of King's Landing, whereas encroaching Queen Daenerys Targaryen wears blue, white, and lighter colors. Clapton's costumes helped convey all of the thoughts, plots, and aspirations of myriad characters, sometimes outfitting them for their demise. More Game of Thrones. The best Game of Thrones characters. 6 of 241. The greatest TV shows for women. 4 of 389. TV shows that only smart people appreciate.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.